Hello everybody, it's been about 3 days since I've gotten to FiberFX on LightWave 9.5, and I'm very impressed by it. I just want to show everybody how to use specifically the edge guides, which helps you brush the hair to look like it's actually a character and have more control over it. So what I'll do is I'll basically go uh, into the FiberFX, switch it on, uh, and I will try to apply it onto this character, just this area. Uh, so we'll just activate it, and of course it will go crazy as usual. What I'll do is I'll just select the chest area, and I'll put down the scale to 50 on the hair. We'll update it so it would update on the head. It's pretty messy right now, and what I would like to do or demonstrate is the edge guides right here, and the best way to use it, of course, when you first click on it, you're gonna get this, and it's kind of overwhelming, pretty messy, very difficult to use. What I found is useful is to switch the push to scale and to go to the minus, or you can press the right mouse button and make sure that you have it under global, and push it down basically to something that you can actually look at. And I will be now going really small. Something like this is pretty good, and you could see where they all go, and it's kind of easier to understand right now compared to how it was a minute ago. Now I'll be switching into a push mode. I will keep it under global. I would put this back to a non-minus, and then I would basically push or pull them towards the back. So what I'm doing is generally pushing it into a direction that I like, and we are right now pushing it towards the back. So I'm getting just a general feel to the general direction in there. Once you like the general look, you can go in again to the scale and scale it up. And what I'll do is I'll push it back up just a bit, and that seems reasonably enough for me. Now I will switch it to the radius, and we will have some areas like the eyes that I don't want it to have all this hair coming to it. Well, there's a couple of things to do here. Before I use scale, I will try the push tool, and basically now you can be creative by actually scale the brush up. I will comb the hair into the direction that makes sense onto the project, which a lot of these hairs I need them to go upwards. I will push the power a bit higher, and I need to scale my brush even more. So right now I'm pushing the hairs going along the sides and going to the back of the character. Now keep in mind, what seems like happens with the edge tools on LightWave is that it brushes all the way to the other side, which is kind of cool if you're if you want to kind of symmetrically put it all together. And as you see, I'm kind of controlling it. It's kind of messy here. What you could use to fix this up is I'm going to go to straighten, and I will just allow them to go kind of back into position, and then use the push tool second time round and have a bit more of a control over it. Again, you see it's getting controlled nicely. I have a big mess here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to the scale, left or right side mouse click to put the hair down. Again, I'm still having a problem here because they're kind of curving into each other. So again, a good way is to go back to the straighten, and I'm going to straighten those out nicely. Okay, and once they're straightened out, I will again go to the scale and kind of scale them down gradually, just like a barber would do, and then I would push them over gently this time. So again, you see that effect is kind of coming up nicely. I will be now generally going in and pushing the general shape kind of upwards because it's really too straight down there. Okay, now we see the general look on the character. If I go in here and I try an F9 render, I'll just make sure that all the tools are, all the previews are open, make sure that the image is there, and again press F9 just to see what did we do. And okay, we're back here. The hair is really short at this time, but still you can still see that I generally like the movement of the hair. So now we'll be going back into the FiberFX tab, and I will be doing some modifications here. First of all, the hair is not moving the right or doesn't look like it's fully moving the direction that I wanted it to go in, and that's for one reason, and that's because I have my gravity up, and you know, don't forget that, because if you have gravity up, what that does is pulls it downwards. I want to switch it off or put it down, depends on how you'd like it to be. And you see almost immediately that hair just starts to shape up nicely. Now I'll push up the fiber density to 100% and see if we like that. I'll push the scale up to 100 something, and let's try to see. And now I will again render one more go. Alright, well, the beautiful part in FiberFX is, see this hair that's touching right there, again with the edge guide effect, I have the ability of going in, and there you go, that's the problem that's happening. And what I'll do is I'll choose the object, and somehow it is not showing up. Okay. Okay, yes, there you go. There you go. And I have the object right here. We'll press the go to the right side, left side, go again upwards, go close to the go close to the face again, and see this area, that's what's getting affected there. And I will again use the scale, and I will just reduce the hair that we have on this area, and that's about it. So this again is a good example on how much control you have over FiberFX edge guides, and I hope this is useful to everybody. So you know, I hope I could see some really cool brushing techniques happening out there. Thank you very much.